Hello, this is Mary Collardita, and always, every day, always looking to do God's will and to know God, know His will, and be known by Him. Today, I'm looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 14 through 16. But thanks be to God, who always leads us in triumphal procession in Christ, and through us spreads everywhere the fragrance of the knowledge of Him. For we are to God the aroma of Christ among those who are being saved and those who are perishing. To the one, we are the smell of death. To the other, the fragrance of life. And who is equal to such a task? So, looking at these verses, what is he saying about God's will? Well, the first thing is that God leads us in a triumphant procession in Christ. Now, if you think about that, if you think about a triumphant procession, makes you kind of think about a parade, or, people walking up an aisle, like a wedding procession. So it says, He leads us. God leads us in Christ. We are in a triumphant procession. We are following Christ. He is who is the leader of the parade? I can't think of what that term is for the person who leads the parade. I call him a headmaster, but I don't think, that's not what it is. But Christ is that head of the parade. He's that head of the procession. And we are in Him. And so we follow Him. And through us spreads everywhere the fragrance of the knowledge of Christ. So these verses are about a triumphant procession that is giving off aromas, fragrances, smells. That's quite interesting. So where we go, the smell of Christ, the fragrance of Him follows. And those, it says here, who are perishing, it smells like death. We stink to them. But for those who are being saved, it is the fragrance of life. So, this is God's will, and we have nothing, we have nothing to do with it. If we have this fragrance of life that goes with us. So we might think, well, they'll know I'm a Christian by my love, by my actions. That's true. They'll smell you. They'll say, even if you do nothing, you say nothing, you do nothing, you have a fragrance. And people respond to it. And it kind of makes it clear that why do some people just dislike me, and I've never even done anything to them. They don't even know me. And yet they shun me. And they, you can tell that I irritate them. Wow. It's just like a fragrance. I have a couple of family members who are sensitive to fragrances. They can tell right away that I've put something on or I've sprayed something in the house. And they go, even if it was a while ago, they go, "What'd you do, Mom? Did you spray something?" I really react to it. My eyes are watering. I can't be in the same room. And we're going, oh, well, that's how we are. That's how we are to those who are being saved. They go, "Oh, this smells so good." And the others are going, "Oh, this smells like, death. I can't stand it. It's going to make me sick." Interesting, isn't it? Think about that now when you go out and about. Think about the fragrance that you're emitting. We are in Christ. We can be a pretty lousy Christian sometimes, but we still have the fragrance of Christ that exudes from us. It comes from us. And then the last statement is kind of interesting. It says, "And who is equal to such a task?" Who can do this? Who can do this task of representing Christ wherever we go? Well, it goes all the way back to the first statement. Thanks be to God, who always leads us in triumphal procession in Christ. And He, God, through us, spreads everywhere the fragrance of the knowledge of Him. I guess God is equal to that task. Pray about these things. Seek the Lord. Read it for yourself. Say, "Lord, how am I the fragrance today?" I'm glad I am. Thank you for watching.